Hello, my name is Felicity Bergstrom. I'm a landscape painter and I've got a studio sale to show off today. So I've got a lot of little small plein air works that I've done mostly this year, and I'm going to show them to you and you can see if you like them. So I've got 4 different piles. These are, no, I've actually got 5 different piles because these are watercolors that I did a few years ago. So these are old works, only 4 of them. The rest are all oils. These are on paper, these are on panel, and I then have these little postcard master copies. So I'll show you these first, the watercolors. This is a view from a house we used to live up in Kaitaia, view of Karekare Peninsula. Then we have a little view of a stand of bamboo. And then a Norfolk pine. I love this view, it's very cute. Something about it appealed to me. And then there's a little stand of native bush nearby, and I loved walking through there. This is a view from in there. So those are the watercolors, and the rest are oils. So these ones, they are painted on ACM panel, so that's a aluminium foam core panel, so they're good, durable. This is a little plein air sketch of the willow tree in autumn, and these are all painted from life. This is after the harvested cornfield down near the river. This is my son Oakley on a stump, and he didn't really sit still, so that was fun. My 8-year-old daughter, she can sit still a bit better. She loves to pose for me, and so I'll probably be doing more paintings of her. This was very fun, under the willow tree on our lawn. This is a very quick cloud study I did out. There are big clouds coming in further this way, and it was about to rain, and then the whole thing fell on the ground, so it got covered in dirt, so I couldn't actually, once it dried I sort of lightly sanded that off, so that was that. So these are all done on paper and oil. This is actually the same willow tree as in this one, which I did a quick study of. This is a lagoon down near Napier, one of the rivers. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the river. Where it joins the sea, and there's really a lot of big gravel banks, and it's quite fun. I'd like to paint there more. This is our house. That's our tiny house where we live. Little really fast sketch. It's getting windy, so everything was falling apart. So this is down at the river. And I called it snowmelt because the river is this beautiful green colour of when the snow's melting, the river goes that beautiful colour. That was also a really windy day, and I sat down, had my easel at its shortest setting, and I sat down to keep as much out the window as I could. This is a view from the back, looking out over towards the town of Waipakarau, and then beyond that to those hills behind, and I'm not sure the name of them, and I haven't been able to find out, but I should do that. Now this is very tricky painting because the light was shaded, constantly shifting, and there was clouds going across the sky rapidly, and the light was constantly changing, so I had to lock in what I wanted and stick with that. But I'd like to paint that view again. This is a view across the paddocks that we're grazing. You can see the cows have just been through here eating this grass, and that's still long and quite enjoyed that. I was trying to practice painting the effect of the grass and trying to get the different textures of it. And here's one of the cows, a couple of my cows, Berry and Plum, grazing. The front lit view, so there's very little shadows because the sun was almost directly behind me, so it was very much about colour. And that's the small ones on paper. And I have, these are all master studies, so I've got an old master painting and I've painted a quick copy of it. This is a study of marshes by Frank Benson. This is a painting by Emil Carson, which was, that's an amazing painting. It's so subtle, the colour transitions and the values, that took a while to try to figure out. So I learned a lot on that one. This is Isaac Levitan, a Russian painter. This beautiful, it's called nope, that's the next one underneath that. Day in September, Isaac Levitan. And the River Istra by Isaac Levitan. This one was also a tricky one because of all the subtle value shifts and colours. And this is also Isaac Levitan, who I'm very inspired by at the minute. Just trying to learn from him what colours he's using, his composition, and just, absorbing his aesthetic. Alright, so this last painting is still slightly wet. I did this a couple of days ago in our garden. It's an old macrocarpa tree stump, and that stump is about 60 years old. The tree was cut down about 60 years ago. And there's a wagon wheel rim that we found in our garden, and then lupins that I've planted, and some of the boardwalk to get to our house because in the winter it is very wet. Now, I love this one. It's a bit of a different, sort of unusual composition, but those are the trees looking towards our neighbours. And there's something about this diagonal and the light in here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I really love this, but it is unusual. This is the edge of a macrocarpa tree coming in with the gum trees. They're also on panel. This is the Tangata Cliffs next to the Tukituki River, which I went back several times. I did this back in April, I think. April, May, autumn. And I went back several times, but I think I'm going to go again and do another painting because there's beautiful cliffs and it keeps changing with the different lights. Could make 100 paintings there. Now these last 4, I think, are all on panel that I bought from the art supply store. It's a canvas on board, MDF board, I think. So this is a painting of clouds, which was very fun to paint and very fast, trying to just capture them as they're moving. And there's the plum tree and its winter state in front. It's another winter painting of a group of poplar trees nearby. I spent just trying to get the effect of the translucency through here, which I just started to get, and I could have carried on making all the details, but I got the effect, so I was quite happy with it. That was just one afternoon's work. This is a painting of some old pines above a cliff. Down next to the river Tukituki. It was actually the same day I did that other cloud study that I had an accident with. Really misty grey day. This is some wattle trees. So did this painting in 2 sessions. Went down one time and then waited till it dried and went down like a week or so later. Children played ran races along this path and climbed the tree as I worked on a beautiful sunny day. So that was the last one. So I'll in my newsletter there's a PDF file with all of these paintings and a little bit more information about them and their actual sizes, and so, but you can reply to that newsletter if you're interested in any of these, or you can direct message me right now if you would like to purchase any. Thank you very much. So those are the paintings, hope you like them. Pricing ranges from $40 to 120 New Zealand dollars. I've kept them low because it's my first sale. Only we're going to go up from now. So the studio sale will go live this Sunday, 23rd of November. I will send an email out at about 10 AM in the morning, New Zealand time. To get that email, you can sign up to my newsletter. The link is in the bio on Instagram. If you've seen this in my newsletter, you're already signed up, so don't worry about that. You'll get the email, and it's going to be all first in, first served. So first to respond from Sunday with the paintings they want, we'll get them. So I hope that goes well. I'll see you on Sunday.